the hedge that learned to speak. At first glance, a hedgerow looks ordinary, a green line dividing one field from another. Something passed without thought, trimmed by machines, glanced at from a car window. But a hedgerow is not a line, it is a conversation, one that has been unfolding for thousands of years between people and the land beneath their feet. Long before fences of wire or walls of stone, humans learned that the land resisted straight answers. Animals wandered, wind stripped soil, water flooded fields, and nature, if ignored, reclaimed everything. So instead of conquering it outright, people learned to negotiate. The hedgerow was that negotiation, a boundary that gives life. A hedgerow marks a boundary, but it does not end life. It concentrates it. Every species planted within it was chosen for a reason, not decoration, not coincidence. Each tree, shrub, and climber was invited in to perform a task, to fill a niche, to hold the system together. Over centuries, farmers unknowingly assembled one of the most complex human-made ecosystems on Earth. 14 trees and shrubs became the backbone of the traditional hedgerow, not 14 by law but by wisdom, because fewer made it weak and more made it unmanageable. Together they formed a living wall that could bend, heal, and endure. Hawthorn, the spine of the hedge. At the center of nearly every hedgerow stands hawthorn. Hawthorn is not kind. It is armed with thorns, dense with branches, unwilling to be crossed. That is precisely why it was chosen. Livestock respect it. People learn to work around it, but hawthorn also flowers in clouds of white in spring, feeding insects emerging from winter. By autumn, it carries red berries, haws, that sustain birds when food is scarce. It is a barrier that nourishes, a defender that gives freely. Without hawthorn, the hedgerow collapses inward. With it, everything else finds something to lean on. Blackthorn, the guardian. Where hawthorn is firm, blackthorn is fierce. Its thorns are longer, sharper, and more unforgiving. Farmers planted it where boundaries truly mattered. Along roads, borders, and places animals must never breach. Blackthorn flowers before it leafs, scattering white blossoms against bare wood at the very start of the year. These early flowers are vital to pollinators desperate for nectar when little else is available. Its fruit, the sloe, ripens late and feeds birds deep into winter. Blackthorn teaches the hedgerow an important lesson. Protection must come before abundance. Hazel, the provider. If hawthorn is the wall, hazel is the workshop. Hazel grows quickly and responds eagerly to coppicing, cutting that encourages new straight shoots. These shoots were harvested for fencing, tools, thatching spars, and firewood. Hazel nuts feed dormice, birds, and people alike. Its spreading form creates sheltered spaces beneath, ideal for nesting animals. Hazel reminds us that the hedgerow was never just scenery. It was a renewable resource, cut, regrown, cut again, without ever being destroyed. Field maple, the stabilizer. Quiet and often overlooked, field maple does its work underground. Its roots bind soil on slopes and field edges, preventing erosion caused by wind and rain. Its leaves host insects that in turn feed birds. Field maple tolerates trimming and pollution well, making it ideal along lanes and boundaries exposed to human disturbance. It is a tree of compromise, thriving where conditions are neither wild nor pristine but managed and shared. Oak, the keystone. An oak in a hedgerow is not there for speed or efficiency, it is there for the future. Oak supports more species than any other native tree. Thousands of insects, fungi, birds, and mammals. Even fallen oak limbs become habitats in decay. Farmers allowed oaks to grow tall within hedges because they represented long-term value, timber, shade, and continuity across generations. An oak in a hedgerow says this land was never meant to be stripped bare. Some things must be allowed to outlive us. Ash, the light bringer. Where oak is heavy and dominant, ash is open and airy. Its leaves arrive late and fall early, allowing light to reach the hedge floor. That light supports wildflowers, insects, and diversity beneath. Ash wood is flexible and strong, ideal for tool handles and farming equipment. Ash trees taught hedgerows to share light rather than hoard it. Elm, the lost giant. Once common, elm stood tall in hedgerows, resisting wind and providing structure. It supported specific insects and butterflies now rare or vanished. Disease removed elm from much of the landscape, leaving gaps not just in hedges but in memory. Elm's absence reminds us that hedgerows are not static. They change, they suffer, they record loss. Elder. The threshold tree elder thrives on disturbance. Where soil is rich, broken, or enriched by human presence, elder appears. Its flowers feed insects, its berries feed birds. Its hollow stems shelter insects and fungi. Folklore placed elder at thresholds, between life and death, wild and domestic. In the hedgerow, elder marks the places where humans and nature overlap most intensely. Dog rose does not stand alone. It climbs threads and stitches. Its long arching stems weave through hawthorn and blackthorn, filling gaps animals might slip through. Its flowers feed pollinators, and its rose hips provide vitamin-rich food for birds and mammals. Dog rose turns individual plants into a single organism. Holly, the winter keeper. When everything else sheds its leaves, holly remains. Its evergreen foliage provides shelter during winter storms. Its berries sustain birds when scarcity bites hardest. Holly's spiny leaves deter grazing, protecting young growth nearby. Holly exists for the hardest season, when survival matters more than growth. Spindle is delicate, precise, and particular. Its presence often indicates long-established hedgerows and healthy soils. Its bright pink fruits attract insects and birds. Spindle shows that a hedge has aged well, that it has been managed, not abused. Guelder rose, the water holder. Where soil is damp, Guelder rose thrives. It stabilizes wet ground, flowers for insects and berries for birds. It prevents erosion near ditches and streams. Guelder rose teaches the hedge how to live with water, not fight it. Tough, flexible, and wind-resistant, the wayfaring tree survives exposed conditions. Its leaves host moths, its berries feed birds, and its structure strengthens the hedge against storms. It is there for resilience. Finally, crabapple. Its blossom feeds pollinators. Its fruit feeds wildlife. Its genetics strengthen orchards and crops. Crabapple brings generosity into the hedge, giving more than it takes. A hedgerow is not wild woodland, it is not sterile farmland, it is something rarer, a truce. Every tree was chosen to perform a task, but together they created something far richer than function. They became corridors, sanctuaries, archives of human restraint. The hedgerow proves that industry does not have to erase nature. It can shape it, carefully, respectfully, until both survive. A straight line could have been drawn instead, but a living one was chosen, and it is still speaking if we remember how to listen.